A silent anomaly in the void. The HSS Behemoth drifted through the darkness of space, its massive form cutting through the void like a moving mountain. It was the pride of humanity's fleet, a Titan-class warship built for both exploration and war. Armed with plasma cannons, railguns, and impenetrable armor, it was designed to withstand any threat, known or unknown. Captain Dorian Rourke sat in the command chair, his sharp eyes locked onto the holographic star map in front of him. The ship had been traveling through uncharted space for weeks, mapping new sectors and searching for signs of alien life. So far, there had been nothing. Just empty space, dead rocks, and lifeless planets. Until now. "Captain, we've detected something," said Lieutenant Harris, the ship's lead sensor officer. His voice held an edge of uncertainty. Rourke straightened. "What kind of something?" "A structure, sir, roughly 5 kilometers wide. It's not a planet, not an asteroid, and definitely not natural." Silence filled the bridge. The crew exchanged uneasy glances. "On screen," Rourke ordered. The holographic display flickered, and the object appeared. It was a dark, massive metallic shape, floating lifelessly in the void. Its surface was scared, as if it had been through a battle long ago. Strange glowing lines ran across its hull, flickering weakly like a dying heartbeat. Rourke's fingers tightened around the armrest of his chair. "Is it a ship?" Harris hesitated before responding. "Unknown, sir. No signs of propulsion, no visible weapons, no active power sources. But it's not debris. It's intact." Rourke leaned forward. Humanity had never encountered an alien civilization before. Many had speculated they existed, but no proof had ever been found. This, whatever it was, could change everything. "Are there life signs?" "Negative," Harris replied. "But there's something strange. Our sensors are picking up an intermittent signal. It's weak, but it's there." A signal. Rourke's heart pounded. Was it a distress beacon? A warning? "Open a channel," he said. "Try to communicate." The comms officer nodded and activated the ship's transmission array. "This is Captain Dorian Rourke of the human warship HFY Behemoth. We come in peace. If you can hear this, please respond." Silence. The crew held their breath. Seconds passed, then a minute. Nothing. Then the signal changed. A deep rhythmic pulse echoed through the speakers, slow and methodical. It wasn't words, not in any language known to humanity, but it was something. The ship's AI immediately started analyzing it, searching for a pattern, a meaning. The crew waited as the computer worked, tension thick in the air. Suddenly, the ship's lights flickered. "Sir," Harris shouted, "we just had a power fluctuation. That signal did something." Before Rourke could respond, the alien structure moved. It was subtle at first, a slight shift in position, a tiny rotation. But then, a section of its hull cracked open, revealing the deep, glowing chamber inside. "Captain," Harris's voice was barely a whisper, "I think it knows we're here." Rourke took a deep breath, steadying himself. The unknown had just become something far more dangerous. "Bring shields online," he ordered, "and prepare for anything." The silence of space suddenly felt much louder. A message from the unknown. The HFY Behemoth hovered in the void, its powerful engines holding it steady as the alien structure continued to shift. A section of the mysterious object's hull had cracked open, revealing a glowing chamber inside. Captain Rourke narrowed his eyes at the display. Was this an invitation or a trap? "Sir," Lieutenant Harris said, voice tight with unease, "the signal has changed again. It's still pulsing, but now the pattern is more complex." "Complex how?" Rourke asked. The AI system chimed in, its voice smooth and emotionless. "Analyzing. The signal structure indicates an attempt at communication. Probability of non-random origin, 98.7%. The bridge fell silent. the first confirmed sign of alien intelligence, a moment that would change human history. "We're receiving something," the communications officer announced. "It's not words, but, Captain, look at this." A strange sequence of symbols appeared on the screen. They pulsed, shifting in color and brightness, as if they were meant to convey meaning. The crew watched in fascination and unease. Some leaned forward, as if trying to make sense of it. Others shifted nervously in their seats. "Can the AI translate it?" Rourke asked. "Processing," the AI replied. "Pattern detected. Matching against known mathematical structures. Estimated translation. Observe." The word hung in the air like a ghost. Rourke exhaled slowly. "That's it. Just observe." "It appears to be a directive, Captain," the AI responded. "A command, perhaps, or an invitation." Commander Elias Ward, the ship's tactical officer, crossed his arms. "Or a warning." The open chamber within the alien structure flickered, the glowing lights inside shifting like liquid stars. "Captain," Harris said hesitantly, "something is activating inside the structure." Rourke stood up. "Elaborate." The holographic display zoomed in, revealing small mechanical objects beginning to stir inside the chamber. They resembled drones, sleek, metallic, and strangely organic in their movements. "They're powering up," Harris muttered, "and moving toward the opening." Rourke's mind raced. First contact was happening right now. "Stand by on weapons," he ordered. "No one fires unless I say so." A tense silence filled the bridge as the alien drones emerged, floating effortlessly into the void. They moved with precise, graceful motions, as if following an invisible command. One of them suddenly stopped, then turned directly toward the behemoth. And then, for the first time, humanity heard an alien voice. The ship's speakers crackled with an eerie, almost melodic tone. The sound was neither mechanical nor organic. It was something in between, layered and strange. Then the AI spoke again. "Translation complete. You are seen." A chill ran through the crew. Captain Rourke clenched his fists. This was no longer just an anomaly. This was a test. And humanity had just been noticed. A deadly mistake. The bridge of the HFY behemoth was so silent that the hum of the ship's systems felt deafening. The alien drones hovered in space, motionless yet undeniably aware. "You are seen." The translated message echoed in Captain Rourke's mind. What did it mean? A simple statement. A warning. Lieutenant Harris's voice broke the silence. "Captain, the drones are moving again, but they aren't attacking." The crew watched as the alien machines spread out, their sleek forms gliding across the dark expanse. They moved with a purpose, positioning themselves in a pattern that the sensors struggled to interpret. "Are they scanning us?" Commander Ward asked. "Unclear," the AI responded. "Their movements suggest a structured formation, possibly a defensive maneuver." Rourke exhaled sharply. "Keep shields up. Do not provoke them." Then, without warning, a blaring alarm sounded. "Warning! Automatic defense system engaged." Rourke's blood ran cold. "What?" Harris's hands flew across the console. "Sir, one of our auto turrets just locked onto a drone." The crew turned to the weapons control officer, Lieutenant Novak, who looked horrified. "I didn't activate anything, Captain. It's an automatic response. The turret detected an unknown object moving too close." The alien drone twisted sharply, reacting to the sudden targeting. Its glowing body pulsed red, a color that needed no translation. The bridge crew watched in horror as, in an instant, the drone fired first. A searing blue energy beam cut through the void, striking the behemoth's shielded hull with force. Sparks exploded across the bridge as the ship shuddered from the impact. "Shields holding. But HFY is a warning shot," shouted Ward. Then, the entire alien structure came to life. The dark, silent hulk that had floated lifelessly just minutes ago flared with sudden energy, its strange glowing lines now burning with intensity. More drones emerged, dozens of them, moving like a swarm of predators. Multiple energy readings. Harris yelled. They're locking onto us. Captain, we need to respond. Novak's hands hovered over the weapons console. Orders. Work's mind raced. One mistake, one malfunctioning turret, and they had just turned humanity's first contact into a battle. He had seconds to decide. Hold fire, he barked. Do not engage unless they attack again. The drones, now fully alert, closed in fast. The largest among them aimed a glowing energy cannon at the behemoth's bridge. Work gritted his teeth. This could be the end. Then, just as the attack seemed inevitable, the drone stopped. The glowing energy flickered. The larger drone tilted slightly, as if analyzing them. And then, a new signal came through. The AI processed it instantly. The message was chilling. You are reckless. Stand down, or be erased. Work clenched his jaw. First contact had just gone terribly wrong. And now, humanity was standing at the edge of war. Battle in the stars. The bridge of the HSS Behemoth was in chaos. Alarms blared, warning lights flashed, and the alien drones held their position, their glowing weapons still trained on the warship. Captain Dorian Work gripped the armrests of his chair. One wrong move, and this could turn into an all-out battle. The drones are holding fire, Lieutenant Harris reported, his voice tight with tension. But their weapons are fully charged. They're waiting. For what? Work muttered. The ship's eye spoke, its voice eerily calm. Their message was clear. Stand down or be erased. Commander Elias Ward, the tactical officer, shook his head. They think we attacked first. This is a warning. Work clenched his fists. A single malfunctioning auto turret had triggered this entire mess. The aliens were still watching, still deciding whether the behemoth was a threat or not. Sir, we're being scanned, Harris called out. They're running a deep analysis on our weapons, shields, and technology. The larger alien drone moved forward, its shimmering blue form reflecting the distant starlight. A pulse of energy rippled through the void, passing harmlessly over the behemoth. That was an advanced scan, the AI confirmed. They are assessing our capabilities. Ward scowled, more like measuring how fast they can destroy us. Then, the swarm moved. A sudden burst of energy flared from the alien drones as they rushed forward, weaving through space at impossible speeds. Incoming, Novak yelled. Hold fire. Rourke snapped. Do not engage. The drones didn't attack. Instead, they swarmed around the behemoth, circling it like predators testing their prey. Some darted dangerously close, their sleek, metallic bodies brushing against the ship's shields before peeling away. They're testing our response, Ward realized, seeing if we'll fire back. Rourke's jaw tightened. This was a standoff. One wrong move, and the behemoth would be ripped apart. Then suddenly, the energy around the alien mothership shifted. Harris's voice wavered. Captain, I think we just triggered something worse. The massive alien structure, which had been silent since the drones emerged, now pulsed with deep crimson light. Strange, jagged energy formations began forming across its hull. And then, without warning, a second, far larger vessel appeared. The ship slipped into real space with an eerie fluid motion, almost as if it hadn't traveled at all, but had always been there. Its size dwarfed the behemoth. Where the first alien structure had been sleek and scarred, this new arrival was pristine, armored, and bristling with unknown weapons. The alien drones immediately stopped their maneuvers. As if sensing the arrival of their commander, they pulled back, forming a protective formation around the behemoth. Then, a new message arrived. The AI processed it faster this time. The translation was clear. You are in restricted space. Identify your species. Rourke exhaled slowly. This was it. Humanity had never made contact with another intelligent species before. Now they had no choice but to answer. If they got it wrong, This would be the shortest war in human history. The alien verdict. The HSS Behemoth drifted in silence, surrounded by an alien force that could destroy it in seconds. The smaller drones had stopped their maneuvers, now forming a tight defensive perimeter. But the real danger loomed just beyond them, the massive alien warship that had just arrived. Its dark, angular hull glowed with shifting energy, pulsating like a living organism. Strange symbols ran across its surface, patterns the ship's AI couldn't decipher. "Captain," Lieutenant Harris said, his voice barely above a whisper. "They're waiting for an answer." On the bridge's main screen, the translated message pulsed once more. "You are in restricted space. Identify your species." Captain Dorian Rourke forced himself to stay calm. First contact had gone from cautious observation to a full standoff. One mistake, and this would be a massacre. "Open a channel," he ordered. The communications officer nodded. "Channel open, sir." Rourke took a deep breath and spoke. "This is Captain Dorian Rourke of the human warship HSS Behemoth. We are an exploratory vessel from the Sol system. We did not intend to trespass." Seconds stretched into eternity. The alien ship remained motionless, its vast size overwhelming even in the emptiness of space. Then, a response. The AI processed the incoming transmission instantly, translating the alien speech into something the humans could understand. "Your weapons targeted us. Your actions suggest hostility." Rourke's fists clenched. He had expected this. They thought humanity had attacked first. "That was a mistake," he said firmly. "An automated defense system misfired. We did not intend aggression." The response came almost instantly. "A mistake. In first contact." The word sent a chill through the crew. Commander Elias Ward muttered, "They don't trust us." Another message came through. This time, the tone was different, colder. "Your kind has never been seen before. You are unknown. Unknown species are dangerous." Rourke's heart pounded. He had to convince them humanity wasn't a threat. And fast. "If we were a threat, we would not be speaking," he said carefully. "We seek knowledge, not war." For the first time, the alien ship moved. Slowly, it rotated, angling itself so that its main weapons, vast, glowing energy cannons, were aimed directly at the behemoth. The bridge crew held their breath. A final message came through. "Then prove it." Before Rourke could ask how, the alien mothership sent a data burst, a stream of symbols, coordinates, and unknown script. The AI processed the data. "Captain, this is a location, a specific sector of space." Harris frowned. "It looks like a test." Rourke exhaled. "A test." The aliens weren't going to destroy them. Not yet. "Sir," Ward said grimly, "I don't think we have a choice." Rourke stared at the message on the screen. Humanity had been given a challenge. And if they failed? The next time they met these aliens, there wouldn't be a warning shot. "Set course for the coordinates," he ordered. The crew moved into action. As the behemoth's engines flared to life, the alien warship remained motionless, its glowing symbols watching them, waiting. Humanity's first contact had not ended in war. But it had only just begun. A new chapter in history. The HSS Behemoth cut through the darkness of space, its engines burning steady as it followed the coordinates sent by the alien warship. The crew moved in tense silence. Every person on board knew what was at stake. Captain Dorian Rourke sat at the command chair, watching the holographic display of their destination. "ETA?" he asked. 2 minutes, Lieutenant Harris responded. His voice was steady, but the tension in his eyes was clear. "Whatever is waiting for us, we'll know soon." Commander Elias Ward, arms crossed, leaned toward Rourke. "Captain, I don't like this. They could be leading us into a trap." Rourke exhaled slowly. "Maybe. But we don't have another option. If we refuse, they'll see us as cowards, or worse, liars." The bridge fell into silence again as the ship slowed. approaching the designated coordinates. Then, a massive structure appeared before them. The crew stared in awe. It was a colossal ring-like station, stretching over 100 kilometers wide. Unlike the alien warship, this station wasn't just a military construct. It was something far older. "Scanning," Harris muttered. His eyes widened. "Captain, this station is ancient, at least 100,000 years old." Rourke's breath caught. A lost civilization. A dead empire. The alien mothership that had given them the challenge appeared behind them, looming like a silent judge. Then, a message came through. "Your people are not the first to arrive here. You are the first to survive long enough to see it." A chill ran through the bridge. Commander Ward leaned forward. "Are they saying other species have come here and failed?" Harris was still scanning the station. "Sir, I'm detecting wreckage. Ships. Old ones. This place. It's a graveyard." The realization hit them all at once. The test wasn't about proving humanity's strength. It was about proving humanity's survival. A final message appeared on the main screen. "The galaxy is not empty. It is not safe. You must decide. Will you retreat to your home, or will you prepare for what is coming?" Rourke's hands tightened into fists. For centuries, humanity had wondered if they were alone. Now, they knew the truth. They weren't. And if the wreckage around this station was any sign, there were far worse things waiting in the dark. Rourke stood up, his voice steady. "Send them our answer." The comms officer nodded. "And what is our answer, Captain?" Rourke's gaze never left the ancient station, his jaw set. "Tell them we're ready." The message was sent. The alien warship lingered for a moment. Then, it powered down its weapons. A single final transmission came through. "Then welcome to the war." As the HSS Behemoth turned back toward human space, the crew knew one thing. This was no longer just an exploration mission. This was the beginning of humanity's fight for survival. And the real war hadn't even begun.